will not accept this any longer. Not again. Tinubu keep acting and behaving in this manner. NBA dialogue. The presidential candidate kicks as Tinubu sends a representative. Now, NBA, Nigerian Bar Association, has invited presidential candidate for dialogue. That is to have a discussion and to understand what their plans and aspirations are for Nigerians' problem, how they intend to go about it, and what they should do and what have you. While all that is being said, other presidential candidates duly wended themselves, because you will be the one that will live with the people and will be the one who will become leader and will give direction. Guess what? While all that is being done, our very own brother, as his custom is, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, has sent a representative again. And the people are very angry. They are very angry, and this is what they said. We cannot continue with the same thing over and over again and expect that things will suddenly change. We are tired of the status quo, and if Tinubu is not going to be able to interact with the people, then we need to make drastic decisions. NBA dialogue. Presidential candidate kicks as Tinubu sends representative. Candidate in the forthcoming presidential election yesterday protested against the decision of the flag bearer of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to send a representative at a State of the Nation dialogue that was convened by the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA. This is not a Rise TV that he claims he have issues with. Tinubu, who was absent at the event, briefed senior advocate of Nigeria, Senator Mr. Hassan Laman, to speak on his behalf. Laman San, who is member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, had, after all other presidential candidates took their seats, to speak on how they intend to tackle the current security, economic, and political challenges facing the nation, mounted the stage to stand in place of Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the party. His actions, however, drew the attention of other candidates, especially that of the Zenith Labour Party, ZLP, Mr. Daniel, who maintained that it was wrong to allow a non-presidential candidate to speak at the forum. I thank the NBA for this invitation, but I believe that the intendment was that for any presidential candidate and anyone to come and represent him to speak with other presidential candidates is not right, is not accepted, it's not acceptable. I cancel all my appointments to be here. I don't think that it will be right for us to have a placeholder for anyone. Nigeria is not growing simple because we are not obeying rules. We have a right to come and not to come. If we all have been here, then we can explain to the nations what our plans are. When he was called to speak, the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, Omoyele Sowore, equally took a swift at the APC flag bearer over his absence at the dialogue session. He said, you can see that those of us that are here and others have refused to be here because they have nothing to present to you. Nigerians, be wise. So this is what is happening right now, my lovely, wonderful people. You can see for yourself that other presidential candidates were there to, have these discussions and to know what is going on. However, our very own brother pretended that everything is not going well. Our very own brother went ahead and turned and pretended like, things are not going well, and, he did not come. Tinubu thoroughly and completely failed to show up. He completely and totally failed to show up. He did not even bother. He completely, refused to come. While other presidential candidates were there, this man pretended and turned as if, he cannot be there, which is wrong, which is very wrong. You cannot continuously and constantly be rejecting invitation. Other people took time. Other people paid, paid attention and did whatever they could do to be there. But when it comes to your turn, you just you abscond from the people, and you make it look like, you are more important than every other person, and which is not very correct, which is not true, which is not correct at all. Okay, this which is not correct. So this is what is happening right now, and you can see for yourself. Everybody is currently asking the same question. What's going on here? What's going on here? Okay, why do we allow such things to continue to happen? What can we do differently? Why do we allow people who have no iota of truth and concern, okay, to continue to cause all kinds of harm, and things to the country? So this is what is happening. So this is what is happening now. Anyway, my lovely people, it is time. Okay, it is time for us to begin to ensure that we rise up to it, and we do not allow the same thing to hold us down. Every time we refuse to speak right on the issues on what is on ground. Okay, every time we refuse to speak on what is on ground, we'll be surprised what we follow. Okay, we just need to, we all just need to begin to rise up. We all just need to begin to ensure that we do not allow the same thing over and over again. Okay, we cannot allow this to happen. Okay, we cannot allow this to happen. So it is important that we do everything humanly right and necessary to change the course of the nation and bring Nigeria to where it ought to be. We cannot continue with something like this and expect that things will suddenly change. There is serious need for concern, and every one of us must ensure that we are rising up to the occasion, and we are doing everything humanly speaking possible to bring Nigeria to where it ought to be. The days upon us are days where truth must become our watchword. Okay, truth must become our watchword. Nobody should sit back there and think that things are just suddenly going to change because we say so. No, there is need for everyone to walk. There is need for everyone to act, and for everyone to begin to rise up to the occasion and say no to the current embarrassment, harassment going on, so that at the end of the day, as a nation, as a people, we can truly, come out of what is happening now. Nigerians, it is important. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Have a lovely and a fantastic day from us. It's bye for now.